I know in the village where we are, we have a couple of deliveries a week, and everything is in plastic bags, in plastic bags, in plastic bags. And I just think, what are we doing? My name is Nola, and I've been a resident at this nice village where we are today for 20 years. Every day you see examples of what we're doing to the environment by all the plastics that are being used. You've only got to walk along a beach anywhere in this lovely Central Coast where I live, and you can see that happening, and then you hear terrible stories about wildlife from the ocean being, well, I suppose people have gone out hoping to rescue them when they've seen them in a lot of trouble, and very often it's too late because they've been swallowing plastic bags and little plastic rings and all kinds of things. And the amount of stuff that gets put into landfill and so on, you could just sit and weep. It's disgusting. When you start thinking about certain things and groups of people, how, yes, you don't have to look back too far, and you can see examples of how people were doing the right thing 100 years ago, and now we think we're so clever and we're going to sit down and have a big talk fest about how we can live better and not destroy the world so quickly. Why would you throw something away that still had another 2 or 3 days sandwich wrapping? Sounds a bit pathetic, doesn't it? But it was just the way life was. I often hark back when we're living in the past, as I invariably do occasionally with people in my age group, and we talk about the difference between these days and days, say, when my age group were children, when once a week the grocer from the one local grocery store in the country town would deliver the food for this big family, and it would have come in a brown paper bag that big, and it fed the family, because our needs were very simple and people didn't have the money to spend on, there was no such thing as luxury items, I guess, and most things just went into this big bag, one lot on top of the other, which didn't matter anyhow because it was all going to be washed or peeled or whatever. So at that stage of my life, no one was telling me that that was a good or a bad thing to be doing. We would have a sandwich that would be wrapped in what they call greaseproof paper, or like a wax paper, and woe betide you if you didn't fold that piece of paper up from today's lunch and take it home in your bag this afternoon, because it had to be used tomorrow. And nobody even thought, oh, look at those kids, you know, they must be poor, they got to use, because we just didn't have the money to spend on those sorts of things which we thought were extravagances. You know, we're destroying things. Why can't we sit around and get some better ideas on how to dispose of rubbish? So many problems in this world can be fixed if people weren't so greedy.